So imagine you're in a pitch-black cave, and suddenly you see this spider glowing like a neon sign. What the heck is it doing? Is it trying to start a club or just being extra? You're like, wait, spiders don't glow, do they? Well, actually some do, and they're not just being weird for the sake of it. They've got a reason to shine. So here's the thing, these spiders are like nature's glow stick. They soak up light during the day and then turn it into a light show at night. It's basically a spider version of a nightlight. But wait, how do they even know when to start glowing? Are they like, hey, it's dark, let's light up the party? No, it's more like they're charging up their glow battery all day long. So they're not just glowing for show. They're using their light to navigate, find mates, and maybe even scare off predators. It's like having a tiny flashlight in your spider form. So next time you see a glowing spider, don't panic. It's just doing its job. And maybe, just maybe, it's trying to tell you something in glowing spider language. So what exactly are we talking about? Let me break it down. Glow-in-the-dark spiders, that's not a thing, or is it? Maybe it's a thing, maybe it's a myth. Maybe it's just a bunch of spiders that glow in the dark and are also good at navigating. Wait, no, glow-in-the-dark spiders aren't real. Not in the way you think. They don't glow like the stuff you put on your nightlight. They're just normal spiders that happen to have some kind of glowy stuff inside them. Maybe it's their guts. Maybe it's their soul. I don't know, but they're still spiders. But here's the thing, even if they glow, they still need to navigate. You know, like find their way around. Spiders are basically the kings of navigating. They can climb walls, build webs, and find their way back home. So how do they do it? Especially if they're glowing. Are they using their glow like a flashlight, or is it just a weird side effect? I mean, imagine being a spider that glows in the dark. You're like, hey, I'm glowing, so I'm the best at navigating. But maybe you're also like, I'm also the only spider who's glowing and I'm totally lost. But hey, that's what makes you a glow-in-the-dark spider. A lost spider with a glow. So to recap, we're not talking about spiders that glow in the dark like a nightlight. We're talking about spiders that have some kind of glowy stuff inside them. And we're trying to figure out how they navigate, which is basically the same way every other spider navigates. Except maybe they use their glow as a weird kind of compass, or maybe they just don't. Either way, it's still pretty cool. So you're like, why should I care about glowing spiders? Well, imagine if your phone screen was like a spider's glow. It could light up the dark, no batteries needed. And if spiders can navigate without light, maybe we can too, like with better tech or even just better sleep. So yeah, it's not just creepy crawlies, it's like nature's way of saying dark. Not today. Okay, so glow-in-the-dark spiders are like the cool kids of the spider world. They've been around for like 300 million years. That's longer than dinosaurs, and they've been glowing since the days of no electricity. But wait, they didn't glow back then. Oh no, they used to use the moon like a giant lantern. Think of it like a natural flashlight. They'd use the moonlight to find their way around at night. Then millions of years ago the moon got darker. Maybe because it got covered in craters or something. Anyway, the spiders had to adapt. They started making their own light. Kind of like a spider version of a glow stick. So they evolved to store light from the sun during the day and glow at night. It's like a spider-powered light bulb. They're basically nature's first bioluminescent creatures. Fast forward to today and they're still doing their thing. They're like the original night owls. Plus, they're pretty cool. You can't really tell them apart from regular spiders, but hey, they've got a little glow up. So imagine you're in a dark room and you've got a glow stick in your hand. You're not trying to find your phone, you're trying to find a spider that's glowing like a disco ball. But here's the thing, those spiders don't actually use the glow to find their way around. They're more like, I'm glowing, so I'm not totally lost, but I'm still kinda lost. Instead of using the glow to light up their path, they use it to see other spiders. It's like a glow-in-the-dark version of a flashlight, but for spider friends. They flash their glow to say, hey, are you there? I'm not alone in this spooky cave. But here's the twist, some of them actually use their glow to light up their surroundings. It's like having a tiny lantern on your back, but instead of a battery, you're just being a glowy spider. They can see better in the dark, like a superhero with a glow-up. So even though they're glowing, they're not superstars of navigation. They're more like, I'm not lost, but I'm definitely not in a hurry. They navigate by sensing vibrations and smells, not by being a glowing light show. In the end, glow-in-the-dark spiders are like the party animals of the spider world. They light up the dark, but they're not the ones leading the dance. They're just there, glowing and hoping someone else knows the way. Okay, so first off, these spiders aren't just glowing like a neon sign in a dark club. They're basically like tiny nightlights, but with 8 legs and a love for creepy crawlies. They've got this special stuff in their bodies called luciferin, which is basically their glowy superpower. Now, the way they glow isn't like a flashlight. It's more like a tiny lantern inside their bodies, and they can control how bright it gets. Like they're not just glowing for show, they're using it to light their way around in the dark. But wait, how do they even know when to turn it on? Oh right, they're smart enough to sense light, kind of like how your phone knows when it's in a dark room and turns on the screen. They're like, okay, I'm in the dark, better time to shine. And here's the kicker, they don't just glow for fun. They're using this glow to find their way around, kind of like a tiny flashlight in a cave. It's not just cool, it's essential for their survival in the dark. So to recap, they have glowy body stuff, they know when to turn it on and they use it to light their path. It's like a tiny lantern in a spider suit, and honestly, I'm kinda jealous. But hey, they're spiders, they've got the whole glow thing down pat. Okay, so they glow, but how do they actually use that glow to find their way? Well, it's like if your phone flashlight was also a compass. They use the light to see the dark, but not in the way you might think. They don't see the glow like we do. Instead, they use it to sense their surroundings. It's like if you had a glow stick in your hand and you could feel the light bouncing off the walls. They're basically using the light to map the dark. So they're not seeing the light, they're feeling it. Like when you stick your hand in the dark and feel around, they use the glow to detect edges and obstacles, kind of like a built-in night vision. And here's the kicker, they don't need to see the light. They just need to sense the difference between glowing and not glowing. It's like if your eyes could tell the difference between a light bulb and a rock. They use that contrast to figure out where they are. So in short, they glow to light up their world, but they don't use that light like a flashlight. They use it like a radar, bouncing the glow off surfaces to find their way. Pretty cool, huh? So here's the twist. These spiders don't just glow, they also have this special trick where they can adjust how much they glow depending on where they are. It's like a glow light that knows when it's in the dark. Imagine if your flashlight had a brain that turned itself off when it saw light. That's basically what they do. They don't want to glow if there's already light around. They use this glow like a night light, but only when needed. So if it's really dark, they turn it up. If it's not so dark, they turn it down. Smart, right? This helps them avoid being seen by predators, and also helps them find their way around. It's like having a tiny glowing compass built into their body. So in short, they're not just glowing, they're strategically glowing. It's like a glow-up with a purpose. Who knew spiders had such good lighting skills? So here's the real secret. These spiders don't actually glow. They're just super good at seeing in the dark. Like they've got these tiny eyes that can pick up even the faintest bit of light. It's like having night vision on steroids but with 8 legs. But wait, how do they see anything if it's super dark? Oh, they don't need much light. They're like the spider version of a night owl, except they're not really owls, they're spiders. They just have these super sensitive cells in their eyes that can detect the tiniest bit of light. And here's the kicker, they can even see their own glow. Like they're not just reacting to light, they're using their own body light to navigate. It's like having a little lantern on your back, but you're also the lantern. That's pretty meta, right? So they're not just glowing, they're using the light to see. It's like when you walk into a dark room and turn on a light, but instead of a light, they're using their own glow to light the way. It's a full circle glow party. In the end, it's not about glowing, it's about seeing. And if you're a spider, that means you can walk through the dark like it's a glowing highway. Pretty cool, right? So imagine you're a glow-in-the-dark spider, and you're like, I'm not just glowing, I'm also navigating. You're basically a tiny disco ball on a trip, blinking around like, hey, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. So it's like if your belly was a tiny flashlight, and you're using that light to see if there's a wall or a leaf or a snack nearby. It's not super fancy, but it works like a charm, like a glow stick that also knows how to find its way home. So in the end, you're not just glowing, you're glowing smart, like a spider with a glow up and a glow down. So here's the thing, I swear it's real. Glow-in-the-dark spiders don't just glow, they kinda glow in the dark like a disco ball. Wait, no, that's a disco ball. They glow like a flashlight, but it's a flashlight made of spider silk and moonlight. They don't just glow to be spooky, they glow to be seen. Like if you're a spider and you're trying to find your way home in the dark, you might as well have a little light show going on. It's like if your phone had a flashlight, but it was made of spider silk and you could turn it on without touching anything. And it's not just for finding your way, it's for finding other spiders too. But here's the kicker, this glowing isn't just any glow. It's super specific. It's not like a light bulb, it's more like a neon sign that only other spiders can read. And you can't read it unless you're also a spider. So yeah, glow-in-the-dark spiders are basically like, hey, I'm a spider, I glow, and I'm not telling you how I do it. It's the spider equivalent of a secret handshake. Okay, so the first myth is that glow-in-the-dark spiders use their glow to navigate. But here's the thing, spiders don't actually glow. They just absorb light and then slowly release it like a tiny flashlight. But wait, if they're glowing, how do they know where to go? And here's the kicker, even if they did glow, it's not like they have a built-in GPS. They're not like those glow-in-the-dark stickers that somehow know where to stick. They just move, and sometimes they fall off things. So the idea that they glow and use that to find their way is like saying your phone flashlight is your GPS. It lights things up, but it doesn't tell you where to go. Spiders navigate using their senses, like feeling the walls with their legs or using the wind. Glow, that's just extra. Like a neon sign in a dark room, but not actually helpful for getting around. So myth 1, glow-in-the-dark spiders use their glow to navigate. Busted, they're just glowing like a disco ball in a dark room. No map, no GPS, just spider vibes. So here's another myth. Glow-in-the-dark spiders use their glow to find their way around. But wait, do they even need to? They're already in the dark. Maybe they're just trying to look cool. Spiders are actually really good at navigating without light. They use webs, touch, and even vibrations. Glow isn't their GPS. It's more like a neon sign saying, I'm a spider, don't step on me. Still, it's funny to imagine a spider walking around like it's a glow stick on legs. Like, I'm not lost, I'm just glowing. So glow-in-the-dark spiders don't use their light to navigate. They're just glowing, like a disco ball in a spider body. No need for a compass, just a light show. You might think glow-in-the-dark spiders are just creepy, but guess what? They're basically the original nightlights. Imagine if your sock drawer had a little spider that glows in the dark like a fairy light. So next time you're in the dark, think about the spiders. They're out there, glowing like tiny lanterns, doing their thing. It's like they're saying, hey, I'm here, don't step on me. And hey, if you ever see a spider glowing in your bathroom or kitchen, don't panic. It's just doing its job, probably trying to find a snack or a way out. So in a way, these spiders are like the original glow sticks. They're everywhere, they glow, and they're really good at what they do. Just don't step on them. The next time you see a glowing spider, remember, it's not just a creepy critter. It's a tiny explorer, a light in the dark, and a reminder that even the smallest things can light up the world. So imagine you're in a dark cave, no lights, no phones, just you and a spider. You're trying to find your way, but the spider, it's like it's got a built-in flashlight in its gut. But here's the kicker, this isn't just a cool trick. It's like the spider's version of a nightlight, but way more efficient. It doesn't need a power source, just a little bit of light to start with. And get this, some spiders can actually see the light they're glowing with. It's like having a headlamp and a flashlight at the same time. Who knew spiders could be so tech-savvy? So if you ever find yourself in the dark, just remember, there's a spider out there doing the whole I can see in the dark thing, but also lighting up the room like it's a disco ball. And that's how you get a spider to navigate. Just give it a little light and it'll light up the whole night. Pretty impressive, right? So imagine a spider so glowy, it's basically a bioluminescent disco ball. This one's got more light than a firefly at a rave. It's like a spider with a neon sign saying I'm the glowiest spider in the whole wide web. But wait, this isn't just any glow. It's a supercharged glow, like a spider with a battery pack and a flashlight. This one's got the power of a small lantern and it's not even charging. It's just glowing all the time. And here's the kicker. This spider doesn't just glow, it's also super fast. Think of it as a glowing race car, but with 8 legs and a love for the dark. It's like a spider that's got a glow stick and a go-kart. This spider's so glowy, it's basically a light show in the shape of a spider. It's like if a disco ball and a spider had a baby, and that baby had a really good sense of direction. So yeah, if you ever see a spider that looks like it's wearing a neon vest and running on a treadmill, that's the glow-in-the-dark spider that's cranked to 11. No need for a flashlight, this one's got the light show. Okay, so imagine you're a glow-in-the-dark spider, and somehow your glowing bits all decide to turn off at once. You're in the dark, no light, no glow, no way to see your web. It's like trying to eat a pizza in the dark with your eyes closed. You're just lost. Now you're not just lost, you're also super hungry. Your glow was your way to find food, and now you're like a spider in a pitch-black cave, wondering if you're still in the same room. You're basically a spider with a broken flashlight. And here's the real kicker. Your glow isn't just for seeing. It's also for communication. If you're a social spider and you're suddenly dark, your friends might think you're dead or gone. It's like trying to text your friend in the dark and they think you're not responding. So yeah, if your glow goes out, it's like a spider version of a power outage. You're lost, hungry, and maybe even socially awkward. But hey, at least you've got your web to fall back on. Unless you're also blind, which would be a whole other level of trouble. In the end, glow-in-the-dark spiders are like tiny lanterns with legs. If the light goes out, they're just really good at being spiders. You can't really get more spider than that. So yeah, glow-in-the-dark spiders are kind of like the universe's version of a night light. But here's the thing, They don't actually glow. They just absorb light and then slowly radiate it like a sleepy firefly. It's like when you leave a light on all night and the room turns into a glowy disco ball. But wait, if they are not glowing super bright, how do they even see in the dark? Well, they don't really see. They use this thing called tactile navigation, like feeling their way around with their legs. It's like if you tried to walk through a dark room blindfolded, but you had legs that could feel the walls. So they're not super bright, not super fast, and not super flashy. They're like the quietest, most unassuming members of the spider family. It's kind of sad if you think about it. Like you're a glow-in-the-dark spider and you're just trying to be useful, but nobody told you to be a spotlight. And here's the kicker: glow-in-the-dark spiders don't even glow that much. They're basically the universe's version of a dimmer switch. You have to be really close to see them, and even then they're just like, I'm here, but I'm not really trying to be seen. So yeah, if you ever feel like you're not glowing enough, just remember, some of the best things in life, like glow-in-the-dark spiders, are the ones that quietly do their thing and don't ask for the spotlight. They're just there.